We're on the bank of the Seine River, just outside Happyland Park in St. Boniface. It's just the backyard on the river, but it's a really beautiful spot to entertain, be outside in nature, kind of feel what winter can be all about, the good stuff. The temperature changes overnight. These 10 or 15 degrees Celsius swings, and the natural ice on the river flexes. So these cracks open up. When you catch your skate on it, when you're battling somebody for the puck, you can go for a tumble, and it's shinny, so we don't have our helmets or knee pads or elbow pads or things on all the time. So it's just kind of a safety to make it a little smoother. And every day that you get a big temperature change, you have to come back out and see what kind of shape it's in. It's the amount of work that it takes to keep these cracks in good shape is really why I put the second rink on shore, because it doesn't have the same pressure crack problem. You can work on making it in really good shape, but you have to learn to appreciate that the natural ice has a different feel to it. We don't use any fossil fuels on this rink. We have an electric snowblower that I run through 250 feet of cord, 12 gauge cord, and a 20 amp breaker so that I can run it out to the corners of my rink. And we use an electric water pump. And you know, we don't try not to buy any plastics either. We're doing what we can to keep this rink responsible. But yeah, it was definitely an entry point to talk to people about how things are changing and how we need to adjust. This ice hasn't been resurfaced or flooded or hardly anything. This is basically, I spray it a tiny little bit. So this is the river as it was when it started to freeze. You know, and those first few skates are really, really magical. And as you go along, I think that in this instance, staring at the forest, whether it's, you know, beautiful evenings or afternoons when we've got this beautiful light, but even skating at night, you know, we have lights out here, but they turn off right around 9 on the timer, and sometimes you'll be down here and the lights will turn off. And then you're still skating around, you know, staring at the stars and the moon coming up over in that direction. It's a totally different feel. It's quiet. There'll be critters out here, the fox trotting down the river while you're skating. It's magic. It's absolutely magic to be out and experiencing this. This is the 4th winter I've been in this house on the river, and so the very first winter we had a huge storm, the October storm. Snow came down, brought trees down, but the river froze at about this height, and so the whole forest was flooded, and as we got the cold temperatures, a sheet of ice formed in the forest, and that sheet of ice got thicker, and it got thick enough for us to walk on and skate on. And so my son and I were spending our time in the forest skating, and we realized this was a special experience that we wanted to take advantage of. So we shoveled trails on the ice and learned how to put lines on the ice and curl that first year and throw some milk jugs. And we learned what it took to flood and to make little drag Zambonis to resurface the ice. And as the river level went down all winter, the ice sheet settled onto the forest floor, and it settled over top of logs and stumps. And so we actually had hills, banked corners. You go down a corner and then you had to skate uphill, and people aren't used to skating uphill. So that was a really amazing experience.